The only thing required to do these missions is a basic ship. If you have very little money already, I suggest not buying any armor at all and just go with the Odyssey armor that you get every time you die. Always make sure to accept the Mercenaries contract mission, a call to arms. This will give you a little bit more money every time that you kill an enemy. The first mission you need to do is the Tracker Training Permit certification. As long as you track the objective, you will be able to see it on your HUD. Once accepted, just jump in your ship, get to the location, and kill the enemy. If you're newer to the game, I suggest killing all the enemies in the area as it's a good way to practice. That said, once you get better, it's actually better just to rush in and kill the leader than bail and go for another mission, as the amount of money you get from killing these extra adds isn't worth the effort. As you keep completing missions, you'll start to increase your reputation. While there are many factions, the main one you want to look at is your Bounty Hunters Guild reputation. The more missions you do, the more you'll unlock, each level increasing the difficulty and the amount of money you make per kill. The second reputation you want to know is dependent on where you're doing your bounty hunting missions. As an example, I am doing my missions at Yella. This means that I am in fact working for Crusader. The more bounty missions you complete in that area, the more your reputation with Crusader increases. The more reputation that you increase, the more rewards you get per mission. This can go as high as 20% extra payout per mission. Now that you've completed your first certificate and you've started to gain some reputation, you'll start to see more certificates unlock. First one is Tracker's Beginner Certification Permit, then Tracker License Certification, followed by Journeyman Tracker and Advanced Tracker License. There is one more on the list, but we'll get back to that one later. Once you start doing VHRTs, which are gained after Journeyman Tracker License, I highly recommend switching to cannons, as you're going to be going against heavier and slower enemies, which means it's easy to apply cannon damage onto those enemies. Prior to VHRTs, I recommend sticking with repeaters, as light fighters can be a pain to hit with cannons. As stated prior, there is one more certificate, but aside from the certificates are also faction-specific missions. These must be completed to get missions in the area. For example, you won't get missions around Yella if you haven't completed the Crusader mission. Crusader Security will give you missions around Crusader, MT Protection Services around Microtech, Blackjack around Area 18, Hurston Dynamics around Hurston, and North Rock Service Group, which gives you more missions all around Stanton. These give you group missions. This takes a little bit more time, but it also pays a little bit more per completion. And finally, we have Master Tracker License Certification. These are the highest paying bounties, but they require you to take on a hammerhead. The go-to method right now is to use something with a lot of damage per second. Though most people opt for the easier version of using the Eclipse, I find that the Constellation knocks these out pretty quickly without the added cost of torpedo use. That's it for this video, but if you want more guides in this kind of manner and that would help you get better at Star Citizen, I'll link them down below in the description box. I'll see you in the next one.